Welcome, Monkey Spanks, to TP For Your Earholes. My name is Patrick Schmidt.
And I am Charlene Schmidt.
And we are your co-hosts, and today we have an episode that probably took the most time to research because it involved an entire series rewatch.
Yeah, you did that.
Every second of every episode that's ever aired, I watched it.
And it took months.
It did. It took a long time. I started this project about the time that we started this podcast.
Wait, was it that far back? Because I thought maybe you started it over winter break.
Just let me live my fantasy.
Okay, sorry. Started back last year. Okay, got it.
So one of the things that I really wanted to kind of explore with you in this series, in this podcast, was helping people make sense of Beavis and Butt-head as a smart show, as opposed to thinking of it as a dumb show.
Yes.
And one of the things that I really think did not help Beavis and Butt-head's reputation was they got called out a lot for sort of this dichotomous thinking. And either everything was cool or everything sucked.
Right.
There was no room for in between, and I think that was to maybe the show's detriment. And by the way, not the show's fault, the fault of the people who were critiquing the show, the fault of people who couldn't see beyond their own noses as to what was actually happening.
And the people writing the synopses, too, breaking it down in that particular way. We've seen it.
Yes. So I went on a search, and my search was for every time we heard Beavis or Butt-head or any character in the show, for that matter, make a definitive statement that something was cool or that something sucked.
Oh my God.
That necessitated an entire series rewatch, and I found, are you ready for this?
I don't know.
389 instances where a character said a line like that. That's what this episode's going to be about.
Oh my God. 389 is the tally.
Yep. And what I will really want to break down is what the show defined as cool, what the show defined as sucking, and what that meant for the show in terms of being an arbiter of success or failure in pop culture.
Very cool. And you have specific criteria that helps break this down. You have a set of rules.
I do have a set of rules, and there are guidelines. But before that, let's tell you how you can connect with us.
Please. You can go on Blue Sky, Instagram, or Facebook. TP For Your Earholes is where you'll find us. You can reach out, keep up with the latest updates, and you can do the same on YouTube, as well as comment, like, subscribe, hit all those buttons. And you can also go to our website, tpforyourearholes.com, reach out to us on the contact form there, and check out the whole backlog of past episodes. We've got all the links and show notes that we cite in every episode. It's easy just to click from there. Go and do all those things, please.
Yeah, I really like to think we work hard on the website. The truth is, Char works hard on the website.
I take care of their website.
So give her some support, check out the website, and it is actually, in the spirit of this episode, really cool.
It does not suck?
Yeah, TP For Your Earholes is cool.
Definitively saying It is cool. I appreciate that. Okay, which is the perfect segue to getting into your criteria for how you made your tally.
Yes.
So if you would, please, let's dig in.
So the first thing I want to dispel, this is not a full count of every time Beavis or Butt-head said cool or sucks, right? It's definitive statements. And so the parameters for that are a little different. So this is how the counting process worked, is if there was a pronoun in the sentence, so he, she, they, his, her, this, that, these, those, I, me, my, our, you, your, you get it.
I think that's all of them, right?
Pretty darn close. But if there was a line that was like, your blank sucks, or his blank sucks, they don't make sense out of context, so I don't count those. So that does mean some of my favorite lines are not counted. One of my favorite readings of a line in this entire series comes from the episode Sprout, where Butt-head says, "These seeds suck." That is a line that would not be counted because it needs the context of what are these, right?
And even though seeds is in the sentence, you're still not taking it. Ooh, you are rigid.
Yes, very rigid in that way. The sentence has to make sense without being able to rely on the rest of the episode. And so like I could read it to you out loud. Spoiler alert, that's coming later.
Woohoo.
And it would make sense, right?
Okay.
The second piece of criteria, the second parameter that I feel like we need to talk about is that some of the early episodes and a few of the later episodes actually shuffled their music videos that they used for each episode. So the episode titles that I have listed with the sentence may not correspond with some lists for some quotes as to what episode they appeared in. Third parameter, speaking of music videos, Season 7 video commentaries were not counted because all of the Season 7 music video reactions were reruns from previous seasons. So those were just completely excluded.
That sounds fair.
A fourth thing, there were some phrases that were said out of context where it might qualify given the rules we have so far, but the context in which it was said was not an arbiter of cool or sucks. So in one of the early episodes, and I forget which one it is, somebody asks Butthead about something and Butthead's trying to downplay it. He's like, oh, everything's cool. Everything's cool is a sentence that would count in my count, but he's not saying it as this is cool. He's saying it as things are okay. You don't sweat it, right? And so unless they're actually calling something cool or sucks, simply using the word is not enough.
Okay.
And no conditionals. That's my fifth and final parameter. So if they use the word if, I throw it out.
Ooh, it must be definitive, yes or no. It is cool or it sucks.
Mm-hmm. So once again, coming back to this idea of being an arbiter of cool and an arbiter of sucks, they're making definitive statements that say, this thing is cool, this thing sucks. Just for example, I want to make sure we're all on the same page. You know, I started at the beginning all the way through to the end, both movies. And let's start at the very beginning. Season 0, Peace, Love, and Understanding. Butthead says, guitars are cool. Beavis says, hippies suck. Butthead says, Axl is cool, as in Axl Rose. Those are the first 3 entries on my spreadsheet.
Nice. And you've teased that there are multiple spreadsheets involved in this whole escapade. You're going to have to tell us how it all ties together as you keep going.
Oh, I will. And by the way, if you want to follow along and like you're not in your car or, you know, you're not watching over the lives of children at this very moment, there will be a link to this spreadsheet or to the multiple spreadsheets in our show notes. So if you want to follow along, you can check that out.
Just please don't do it if your eyes need to be somewhere else.
Yes. So before we get into the list, I wanted to pick out some highlights, and I have 8 of them plus a half. So I have 8.5 highlights.
Okay.
It's really kind of breaking down what I found and letting people know kind of the bigger, broader trends that I was seeing in the data.
Oh, yes, please. What did you find after going through all... How many hours of Beavis and Butt-head there are? I don't even know, but it's a lot.
It's a lot. One of the things that kind of was overwhelming in the data was that despite everyone thinking of Beavis and Butt-head as negative, the boys ended up saying more positive phrases than negative phrases.
Really?
So I told you there were 389. 220 of those are cools, 169 of those are sucks.
Wow. Okay, I was not expecting this at all. I was expecting the opposite, really.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things I also picked up on was that, I don't know, maybe a third of the way through the rewatch, I started to realize that when things sucked, they just sucked. But when things are cool, Beavis and Butt-head would say things are cool. They would say this rules. They would say this kicks ass. So the number of definitive positive statements is probably even higher. I only counted the cools.
Yeah. Okay. So really, the thing is, if you don't like the way Patrick made this list, there's so many other ways that you could go about doing it yourself and come up with a completely different analysis.
True. Now, that said, we did have more sucks in later seasons.
Oh, okay. So they got more negative as time went by.
They got significantly more negative as time went on.
Again, did not think that was the case.
So real quick, I combined seasons 0, 1, and 2 all together as kind of one data place.
Sure.
And seasons 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8 have more cools. Seasons 6, 7, 9, 10, and 11 have more sucks.
Huh. Okay, this is cool.
Okay. So the second big takeaway I had, and I wanted to look at the seasons individually, by far the seasons with the most cools were the earliest ones. So seasons 0, 1, 2, season 3, and season 4, they averaged more than one cool per episode.
Okay.
And that was led the early run of season 0, 1, and 2. It was 2.4 per episode.
Ooh.
So they were very much establishing what they thought was cool right from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, can you blame the folks writing these early synopses in a way where everything does break down to them being metalheads and things are cooler, they suck?
Well, and it got more nuanced the later the show went. And a lot of these cools, as we'll talk about, were what music they found cool or what musicians they found cool.
Sure.
The least cool season was season 8, which was the 2011 reboot. In that entire season, just 3 cools that met that requirement. So that's an average of 0.14 per episode.
Oh my gosh. And then how many sucks?
Not that many, because surprisingly, the season with the fewest sucks was also season 8.
Oh, wow.
There was just 2 in that whole season, just 2 sucks, or at least sentences that definitively said, this thing sucks. And that was an average of less than 0.1 per episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
So season 8 is really sparse on the cool and sucks ratio.
Yeah, season 8, I think, was definitely a case of the writing caught up to the show, right? And they kind of got away from this arbitration idea. And
yeah.
we did come back to that a little bit, because it was surprisingly for me, season 10, so season 2 of Mike Judge's Beavis and Butt-head, had the most sucks per episode.
How much of that has to do with old Beavis and Butt-head?
Not surprisingly, not as much as you might think.
Dang, okay, so every expectation I had going into this, knowing what you were doing, is dead wrong. I love it.
Well, in season 10, just for my numbers freaks out there, 0.89 sucks per episode. And then season 6 averaged 0.8 sucks per episode. And if you watch the Mike Judge collection and the Mike Judge interviews and the Taint of Greatness, Mike Judge did admit to feeling some burnout right about this time. And I wonder if the fact that there were 4 times as many sucks as cools in season 6 was a reflection of that.
The cool and sucks ratio is dependent on Mike Judge's mood.
Sounds about right.
I can totally buy that.
All right. Third thing that I really wanted to look at was, where did they repeat themselves? What were the things that were most cool? What were the things that sucked the most?
So there were repeats.
There were definitely repeats. Yeah, so out of these 389, there are definitely repeats.
Okay.
And out of this list of 389, there were 26 things that got called out as cool more than once.
Okay.
And at the top of that list, getting called cool 7 times, Todd.
And now that you mention it, this is not a surprise. Especially in those earlier episodes, every other line is, Todd's cool.
Yeah. By the way, Todd does have an honorable 8th mention, which is when he is the character Eddie in the episode Leave It to Beavis.
Uh-huh.
Eddie gets called cool.
Oh, hey, okay. That brings up a good question about how you were counting, I guess, like alter egos?
Yeah, that didn't really count. I just sorted alphabetically.
Okay,
But
okay.
I did notice the Eddie one, and I'm like, okay, that's Todd. Come on.
Yeah.
And then tied for second at 4 cool mentions apiece, Chicks, Fire, Flea, Money, and Skulls.
Wow. Kind of Beavis and Butt-head in a nutshell.
Yeah, and then tattoos, by the way, had 3.5. It was tattoos, 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 and then something else that was related to tattoos.
Huh.
So I gave it a half. And then screaming is cool, got said 3 times.
Okay. How many of those were in the episode Screamers?
I think 2.
Okay. That checks.
Yes. So the fourth of my 8.5, it was the most suck thing. The most suck thing is work.
No disagreement.
Yeah, work sucks. There were 22 things that got called sucky more than once, and work with 4 mentions was the number 1 on that list. And there were only 2 things that had as many as 3 call-outs as sucking. One was life. Life sucks. And the other one, you will not be able to guess in a million years. Fruit.
Okay.
Fruit sucks.
Fruit sucks, not vegetables?
No, fruit sucks. And what's really interesting about fruit sucks, 3 of those 3, 2 of them came in season 10. So Mike judges season 2.
Okay, I'm trying to even think of which episodes that was happening in. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that season now.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of the idea.
So fruit really sucks. Well, I kind of disagree, but okay.
I do too. All right, number 5 on my list of big takeaways. I went and looked for things that got called both cool and sucky.
Oh, cool. Yeah, good call.
And that list is actually really short. There were only 12 things that made that list. And one of the things I think is really interesting is of those, it was really common for both statements to come in the same episode. Like something would start as cool, and by the end of the episode, it sucked.
Love that.
So that list of 12 things that could be cool, could suck: animation, art, banks, being in a gang. The 5th one here on the list, I have to pronounce them like Beavis and Butt-head would. Bono or boner, as in Bono, as in U2.
Yeah.
Charity, community service, girls, life, Mexico, science, and water. They could be cool, they could suck.
Both are true.
Number 6 on my list, the episode with the most cools was A Very Special Christmas.
No kidding.
Had the advantage of being a 2-parter, but there were 10 things in that episode that were cool.
Wow.
Or sucked.
Okay.
Could have been, but altogether, cool sucks, 10 of them in that episode. For a regular length episode, season 1's Balloon and season 2's Customers Suck, they had 7 apiece.
Oh, wow. So those early episodes really were going hard.
Yeah. And I do have a caveat to this because I just lied to you.
What?
Because season 10's Needle Dicks actually had 11.
Oh.
And I have to explain myself.
Okay, yeah.
I made what might be a controversial decision.
Oh, okay. Scandalous.
I counted all 11 of those as one entry.
Wait, why? What?
This is because they were watching the YouTube video about how to sing metal with a metal voice. And Beavis says, "Butthead sucks," in his best metal voice.
Oh, but it's okay.
And he does that 11 times in like 2 minutes.
Right, but he is not actually saying Butthead sucks. He's just rehearsing the...
Yeah, I entered that as one entry instead of 11 entries. So technically that episode is the actual winner, but it's also only one of 2 times in the series where I did that.
Okay.
Huh?
Well, you know what? Context does matter.
Yeah.
You've made that clear in other instances. I don't think you're wrong with how you interpreted this.
By the way, the other one, just for the record, is from It's a Miserable Life, which is our Christmas episode. Beavis says life sucks 3 straight times, standing outside of a locked Maxi Mart.
Yeah.
Yeah, life sucks.
Well, that would suck.
Life sucks and then you die, right? I only counted that as one entry as well. Those are 2 definitive outliers in this entire series, and I thought they deserved a special explanation, which is why we're here.
Yeah, appreciate you pointing those out. Because if you wouldn't have, some nerd out there would.
All right, 7th of my takeaways. I was kind of surprised by this, but most of the cools or sucks came from music video or video reactions, not from the actual episode.
Okay. That's not a huge surprise.
I don't think so. But again, speaks to this idea of being the arbiters of cool in pop culture. You know, it wasn't from the episodes so much. It was from the reactions. And that was I think something I wasn't ready for. Like in retrospect, it makes sense, but I did not enter into this with that being my driving thesis.
Sure.
And then the eighth of our big takeaways is that I could only find in 11 seasons and hours upon hours upon hours of watching, I could only find one time where a character besides Beavis or Butthead uttered a line like this.
No kidding, just one?
Just one, and even that comes with a caveat.
Okay, who is it and what sucks or is cool?
So it comes in season 10, or you might know it as Mike Judge's season 2.
Yeah.
The episode Sad Boys. In that episode, a school counselor says, everything sucks.
Okay.
But that is the character just repeating back what Beavis and Butthead have already said.
Yeah.
And I do find it fascinating that no one else in the series got to do this, just Beavis and Butthead, because they are, again, the arbiters of cool.
Now, I do have to wonder, that's got to be deliberate, right?
I think so. I mean, I really do think it sort of drove this narrative, again, of this dichotomous thinking that either everything's cool or everything sucks, especially early in the series run. So I do think it was maybe accidental at start, but I do think maybe it stayed intentional once the writers kind of figured out that this was something that they could lean upon.
Sure. That makes a lot of sense. I can totally see why and how it happens and breaks down the way it does. Still, there's some amazing things that you have found just by making this tally, taking the time to actually put it together. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is what I would like to do for the rest of the episode is share the list with you.
Oh my gosh, would you please?
Yeah. Now, it is entirely possible that I missed something. Again, this is just one rewatch, so if you want to fact check me and do your own series rewatch, I encourage that.
Totally.
Go for it. And I may have missed something. I'm totally open to that.
You're a human.
And so if you do think that that has happened, reach out to us. Let us know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.
But until that happens, how about your list?
The list. And I will provide context if I need to. And there are a couple things on this list that are a little wacky that might take a few seconds to explain, but let's get into it.
Go.
Starting with season 0, moving chronologically through season 3 of Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead. Guitars are cool. Hippies suck. Axl is cool, as in Axl Rose. Let's say it again. Axl is cool. Sports suck. Kiss is cool. Ace Frehley is cool. Snakes are cool. Fire is cool. Chainsaws are cool. Butts are cool. Storms are cool. Wind is cool. Hurricanes are cool. Tattoos are cool. Anthony Kiedis is cool. Flea is cool. Angus Young is cool. Malcolm is cool too. By the way, that's an AC/DC video said back to back. Dirty Deeds are cool. Imagine that, same video. Right.
Shocker.
Indians are cool. Circuses suck. Spinal Tap really sucks lately. Dogs are cool. Anthony Kiedis is cool. Again, Flea is cool. Again, Flea is cool. Those two, by the way, the two Flea references get said back to back, one by Butthead and then again by Beavis.
So they really like Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's what I'm getting.
They do, yes. The Bunch sucks. In reference to the Brady Bunch, the Bunch sucks. Grease is cool. Customers suck. I love that that is said in the episode Customers Suck.
Yeah.
Words suck. College music sucks. Nirvana is cool. Yes, Nirvana.
Yes.
Pep rallies suck. Guns are cool. Tap is cool, as in Spinal Tap.
Yeah, not tap dancing.
That might be another one that we could put in as could be cool, could be sucks. Spinal Tap. Morning wood is cool. Dogs are cool. Art sucks. Skulls are cool. Eyeballs are cool. The circus is cool. Yogurt's cool. Herman Munster is cool. Hammers are cool. Chicks with mohawks are cool. Friday night is cool. Lights are cool. And that one's followed up by, especially when they come out of your butt. That's a deep cut. Lights are cool, especially when they come out of your butt.
Man, I don't know if there's a more Beavis and Butthead sentence than that.
All right. Toys are cool. College music sucks again. Tattoos are cool. Rain sucks. Airbags suck. Tito's cool, as in Tito Jackson. The future sucks. Interrogation is cool. Smoke is cool. Orange squares suck. That's oddly specific.
Yeah. Any more context on that one?
It's a music video with orange squares and shitty music.
Okay. All right.
Christ is cool. Paradise sucks. Vanilla ice sucks. Stories suck. Nipple rings are cool. Tattoos are cool. Mass transit is cool.
Wow.
Community service is cool. Yelling is cool. Drums are cool. Fire is cool. Credit cards are cool. Fire is cool. Fire is cool.
No, really.
Again, said back to back. Dead animals are cool. That one, no.
I'm not surprised.
Money is cool. Once again, Christ is cool.
Wow.
Sluts are cool.
Christ and sluts.
No slut shaming from Beavis and Butt-head. By the way,
Nah, not
said in
really.
the same episode.
Love that.
Rock and roll is cool. Mexico is cool. Tattoos are pretty cool. Mexico sucks. Olivia Newton-John sucks. Y'all are going to have to help me on this one. This is season 2 for Better or Verse. It's in the DOS Effects video. I do not understand this reference and where it comes from, but he's talking about some sort of comic reference I don't understand. This is Beavis saying it. Beavis says a name, and I don't know what it is. It's something like Meltron. It says Meltron is cool. I don't understand it. I need help.
Please comment.
All right, Fishbones are cool. That was in reference to the band Fishbone.
Okay.
By the way, if you haven't listened to Fishbone, we have not given Fishbone enough credit on this series.
Oh, man.
Really good music.
This is the first time we're mentioning it, I think.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Grubby chicks are cool. Guar is cool. Black cowboys are cool. Snow is cool. By the way, the precipitation, not the rapper.
Good distinction to make in the 90s, yeah.
College sucks. Phil Rudd is cool. Flea is cool. Animation is cool. Black and white sucks. Nails are cool. PBS is pretty cool. Garbage is cool. Wind is cool. Kiss is cool. Elevators suck. Yodeling sucks. Fat people are cool. Fire itself is pretty cool. Driving sucks. Being rich is cool. Fish are cool. Prunes suck. Beastie Boys are cool. Giraffes are cool. Life is cool. Tornadoes are cool. Even the old dude is cool. Tornadoes are cool again. College sucks. Cherry sucks. Strawberry is cool. Wolves are cool. Reading sucks. Bread is cool.
Not the band.
Not the band. Bono sucks, but that is pronounced Bono. Work sucks. Sludge is cool. Money is cool. Uranus is cool.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Skulls are cool. Sometimes old people are cool. Chicks are cool. Prison is cool. Sea monkeys are cool. Parades suck. Get ready for this one. Dari is cool. Yeah. Didn't expect that one. Banks are cool. Fences are cool. Lying is cool. Bowling is cool. Skateboards are cool. Again, lying is cool. Slamming is cool. Todd's cool. Todd's cool. Boner is pretty cool sometimes. Once again, Bono. The moon is cool. John Cougar Melon Balls really sucks.
Melon balls.
John Cougar Melon Balls really sucks. Hitchhiking is cool. Screaming is cool. Stage diving is cool. Hitchhiking is cool again. Scummy people are cool. Lars is cool, as in Lars from Metallica. Girls are cool. Buddy's cool. Buddy from Buddy's Sporting Goods.
Ah.
Girls suck. Frogs are cool. Fields suck. Butt tattoos are cool. Voices are cool. Snow is cool. Again, the precipitation, not the rapper. Stools are cool. Masks suck. Turds are cool. Being a turd sucks. Which is what a turd would say if it could talk.
Yep.
No.
Totally.
Skulls are cool. Chocolate is cool. Sting sucks. Christmas specials suck. Christmas is cool. Poison sucks, as in the band Poison. Milk sucks. Getting kicked in the nads by a cow sucks. Everything does suck. Snakes are cool. Urinating is cool. Sunday morning sucks. Somebody tell, no doubt. The whole day sucks. Every single day sucks. Screaming is cool. Money is cool. Teenage metal chicks are cool. Banking is cool. Life sucks. Banks suck. Exercise sucks. Today sucks. Rap videos are cool. By the way, the rap videos are cool because they don't mess around with a bunch of crap you don't want to see.
Okay. Good to know.
Hygiene sucks. Water is cool. Water's cool. Chicks are cool. Getting a 900 number sucks. Libyans are cool. That was Beavis. He meant lesbians.
Oh.
Mud is cool. Tap is cool, as in Spinal Tap. Toilets are cool. Iron Justice is cool. That was the Terminator ripoff, Iron Justice.
Yeah.
The Noid is cool. Remember the Noid?
Oh, of course I do.
Avoid the Noid. He ruins pizzas.
Yeah.
Anderson's tools suck. Heavy machinery is cool. Parks suck. Grass sucks. Walking sucks. Metallica sucks. I wasn't ready for that one, but then I remember from the context, which is that's Butthead trying to egg on Beavis.
Yeah.
The Cowardly Lion sucks. Boogers and stuff are cool. Telling the future is cool. Money is cool. Snot is cool. Toilet is cool. Pollution is cool. Master painting is cool. Art is cool. Boobs are cool too. Manners suck. Cable access sucks. By the way, those both came in the episode Manners Suck.
Uh-huh.
Woohoo! Life sucks. Carlton is cool. By the way, it's Carlton from The Fresh Prince.
Carlton is cool.
Not paying attention is cool. Immediately after that, not paying attention is cool. Goofus is cool. Chicks are cool. Censorship is cool. Censorship is cool. Again, said back to back. Stuff sucks. Numbers suck. Coloring sucks. Homework sucks. Thinking sucks. Time sucks. Progress is cool. Glue is cool. Ace of Base sucks.
Yes, they do.
And one more time, same episode, same video. Ace of Base sucks.
Just to reiterate, they suck.
Cop Rock sucks. Charity is cool. Walking sucks. Rats are cool. Charity sucks. Tours suck. Fishing is cool. Bitches are cool. That one caught me by surprise. Security is cool. Digging for oil sucks. Halloween is cool. Discretion is cool. Golf is cool. Todd's pretty cool, but he sucks at cutting hair. Todd is cool. Cochise is cool. Those dung beetles are pretty cool. Family Feud sucks. England sucks. Selling stuff sucks. Selling candy is pretty cool.
Oh.
Amination is cool. Yes, amination.
Yeah.
Dead people are cool. Animation sucks. Boobs are cool. Winning is cool. Wishing sucks. Having babies sucks. Screaming is cool. Begging sucks. Cartoons are cool. And then cartoons now just suck. Feelings are cool. Uranus is cool. Whiplash is cool. Change sucks. Laundry is cool. Rules suck. Science sucks. Kindergarten was cool. The Beatles suck. Art sucks. Working on Christmas Eve is cool. Life sucks. Cold sucks. And this one I just wanted to throw in. Even though the world sucks, it would suck even worse without us. Single episode here. Being in a gang is cool. Being in a gang sucks.
So, change their minds.
Yep. Books suck. Water sucks. And water sucks. Those two were said back to back. Farming sucks. I still think Bon Jovi sucks, but there's this one part. Not working is cool. Beavis sucks. By the way, that's in Butthead reading the PTA letter. Dear parents,
yes.
Beavis sucks. And school sucks. By the way, preceded by, maybe we can suggest that school sucks.
Yeah.
Everybody sucks. Everything sucks. The sun sucks. Can you tell we're in season 6?
Yes.
Morning sickness sucks. Burger world sucks. Work sucks. Jogging sucks. Exercise sucks. Just sitting here is cool.
That's how I feel working out every morning.
Delivery is pretty cool. The G sucks too, as in the G chord on the guitar. Flies are pretty cool sometimes. Okay, get ready for these 3 in a row. Todd's cool. Todd's cool. Todd's cool. Same episode. Careers suck. School sucks. Speech impediments suck. Eddie is cool. Most television on Thanksgiving morning sucks. Everything on TV sucks. Florida sucks. The economy sucks. Hospitals are cool. The Apocalypse was cool. Yes, the Apocalypse. Dog was cool, as in Dog the Bounty Hunter. Explosions were really cool. Counting sucks. The earth sucks. Damage is cool. Flooding is cool. Smokey the Bear sucks. Trees suck. Work sucks. Circle time sucks. The moon sucks. Chicks are cool. Glue is cool. Self-esteem sucks. Esteem is hard to pronounce. Self-esteem sucks. Weeds are cool. Pixar sucks. Spanish fly is cool. Breakfast sucks. Doing things for other people sucks. Switching bodies sucks. Motivation is cool. Ketchup sucks. Thinking sucks. The outdoors sucks. Guns are cool. Deers are cool. Demolishing is cool. Running sucks. Throwing sucks. Throwing sucks. Dots suck. Cherries suck. Fruit sucks. Feeling bad sucks. Work sucks. Everybody sucks at everything.
Oh my God, what a series that was.
Parking sucks. Today sucks. Everything sucks. Being sad sucks. Fruit sucks. Community service sucks. Whew.
Yeah.
Parenthood is cool. Kids are kinda cool. Taking turns sucks. History sucks. Fiats suck. Accomplishment sucks. Butthead sucks. Again, said 11 times in a row.
Yep.
The floor sucks. Self-expression sucks. Bullying is cool. Learning sucks. Jobs suck. Stewart sucks. The woods suck. Needing people sucks. Skulls are cool. The outdoors sucks. Fruit sucks. Rock bottom is cool.
I can't believe fruit sucks so much.
Here we are. Numbers suck. Banking is cool. Being rich is going to be cool. Nothing is cool. Science is cool. Cody sucks. Cody sucks. Same episode. Breaking the cycle sucks. Combat is cool. Counting sucks. Beavis sucks. Said by Beavis. About Beavis H. Rich people are cool. Anyone named Beavis pretty much sucks. Letters are cool. Dr. Seuss sucks. And reading sucks.
Woo! Well done, sir. Oh, man.
Was it worth that time? I don't know.
I think so. I think so, but I was not doing all of the work.
And again, I think it really does go back to this idea that these two really are setting the stage for what's cool and what sucks in pop culture.
Hey, they are trendsetters.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that it was, like I say, a lot of fun to go through this, if for no other reason than to give me a reason to rewatch the series.
From start to finish. And now you've got all this data that you've been able to glean and come to some really interesting findings to share with all of us. So, hey, thank you, first and foremost, for doing all of this.
And I do want to make sure that people know that the spreadsheet is going to have a few different tabs on it. One is just going to be this raw count that I just read from. One's going to have it be sorted by alphabetically per the sentence, so you can find your favorite topic very quickly. The counts where more than one thing is cool or more than one thing sucks. And we will also have a chart. I know, a chart. Oh, be still my heart. About the number of cools and sucks per episode per season.
Ooh.
That will be available both on the spreadsheet and on tpforyourearholes.com.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a lot of fun. You can dig in and find all the shit that Patrick didn't just spout out right now and share with us what you find. Because that's the beauty of data.
I already noticed a few places where I missed some where the wording was slightly different, where things are cool or suck more than once. There's a starting point if y'all want to go deeper.
Hey, very cool. Very cool. Thank you again for doing all of this work. I mean, it really was a labor of love.
Yeah,
you worked hard at this whenever you possibly could. And yes, it did take a while, but hey, life gets busy. And especially when you are teaching, your time is really limited.
It can be.
So you stole whatever moments you could when you could and kept going.
And by the way, this was not just for one episode. You've been hearing me drop little anecdotes from this rewatch into multiple episodes throughout TV For Your Earholes history. So it has been, I think, a really fun way to reconnect with the series and reconnect with its roots especially. And I did not know what I would find, and I was surprised. So very, very excited to share this with y'all today.
So good. And we saved this for the 40th episode, in part to buy you the time to get it done.
Yes.
But also because we do have an announcement about how things are going to happen going forward on this show.
Yes. So we have kind of come to the conclusion that after 40 episodes, we really have said a lot of the things that we want to say about the show. And we are now kind of looking for a different voice and a different opportunity. And with that, we are going to put this series on a brief hiatus.
Right. Doesn't mean it's all over. It does mean that we're not going to release an episode every week. But we do have some ideas on the horizon where we can see ourselves coming back to do a show. One of those might be interviews with folks involved in the show. That could happen. We are going to start making some inquiries on that.
Yep.
And then also we know that there is at least one more season of Mike Judge's Beavis and Butt-head that's been in the works, that's going to get released. When that comes out, we'll have some new things to talk about.
Yeah. And we really are going to kind of lean into the interviews end of things. That is where I think we, like I say, we've said what we wanted to say, and it's time to get other voices out there. And those will be a lot more sporadic because we don't know who might say yes or who might say no and when they might be available to touch base with us.
Right.
So it's a lot less dependable as a consistent thing that we can put out weekly. It is, though, I think, going to bring us more insights into this show that we all love.
Yeah. So we hope you'll stick around for if and when those things all happen. And we look forward to bringing them to you when the time comes.
We have really found some amazing people in this community, and we can't thank you enough for the love that you've shown and for the appreciation that you've shown. It has really kept us going, and we really appreciate it. So if that sounds like you, it is. And thank you.
Especially those of you who have been here from the very beginning, who are the diehards like us. You just immediately said, yes, go, 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 go from the very start. Thank you to those of you who are, you know who you are.
Yeah, so this is not goodbye forever. It's goodbye for now.
We'll see you later.